Hey guys, welcome back to MYC Uncensored. This is the Women in STEM podcast series, a series that aims to educate the wider community and inspire girls about successful women in STEM and that they can do anything they put their minds to. The last episode was just an introduction to the series, but today we'll be talking about the famous Dr. Katherine Johnson, who was a pioneer in computer science and mathematics, well known for her calculations during the Apollo moon landing. So let's dive right in. Born in West Virginia on the 26th of August, 1918, Katherine from an early age demonstrated exceptional mathematical abilities, stating, "I counted everything. I counted the steps to the road, the steps up to the church, the number of dishes and silverware I washed. Anything that could be counted, I counted." To ensure she and her siblings could receive a good education, her family moved to Institute, West Virginia, since their hometown did not offer schooling for African American children past the 8th grade. Katherine excelled academically, attending high school at the age of 10 and graduating by 14. She then attended West Virginia State College, a historically black college, where she graduated in 1937 with degrees in mathematics and French. Her early life, characterized by her brilliance and perseverance, laid the groundwork for her groundbreaking career at NASA. It's no secret that Johnson had a love of learning, but a lot of that had to do with her roots and upbringing. For example, in school, one teacher stood out to Johnson. Miss Turner taught geometry, and Johnson couldn't wait to take her class. The teacher was a great encourager to the students and a strong mentor to many of them. Johnson did so well in her class that she graduated early from high school, and at the age of 15 she entered West Virginia State College. She had 2 years before having to declare a major, so Johnson wavered between English, French, and mathematics. One of her professors at West Virginia State College helped Johnson with her choice. She told Johnson, "If you don't show up for my class, I will come find you." And so it was, through part threat and part joke, Johnson steered her way into what was already her first love, mathematics. At West Virginia State College, Johnson became immersed in academia and the mathematics program. One of her professors, the renowned Dr. William Claytor, recognized the bright and inquisitive mind that Johnson had. Although he recognized her talent, stating that she'd make a great research mathematician, what made him unlike any other professor was that he would help her become one. Johnson said, "Many professors tell you that you'd be good at this or that, but they don't always help you with that career path. Professor Claytor made sure I was prepared to be a research mathematician." At age 18, Johnson graduated summa cum laude with Bachelor of Science degrees in mathematics and French. Johnson recalled, "Claytor was a young professor himself, and he would walk into the room, put his hand in his pocket, and take some chalk out and continue yesterday's lesson. But sometimes I could see that others in class did not understand what he was teaching, so I would ask questions to help them. He'd tell me that I should know the answer, and I finally had to tell him that I did know the answer, but the other students did not. I could tell." I personally find that really respectable as someone. I think it shows that she has character and she is empathetic towards others. And even though she must have a very high IQ, she's thought of others and she's kind of respecting them too. Continuing on. After college, Johnson ended up teaching solely because that was the only option for her in her community. However, one day at a family event, a relative mentioned to Johnson that the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, or NACA, the predecessor to NASA, was hiring. They were specifically looking for African American females to work as computers in what was then their guidance and navigation department. Johnson immediately applied for the job, but the agency had already filled its quota for the year. By the time the next year rolled around, Johnson had applied again and found herself with 2 contracts on her table. One was a contract to teach, and one was to work for NACA. Remembering what Professor Claytor had always told her about becoming a research mathematician, she took the job at NACA. Johnson began working for NACA in 1953, starting with solving computer problems for engineers. Johnson was unlike others. She asked questions to understand the hows, whys, and why nots, and although initially told women couldn't attend briefings, she challenged this and began participating. Known for her expertise in geometry, Johnson increasingly worked with the team and became a leader. Her inquisitiveness made her a valuable resource, leading her to be the first woman from the computing pool to work on other programs. In 1962, she joined the team calculating the trajectory for Alan Shepard's mission, a precursor to the 1969 moon landing, which she also did calculations for. After 33 years of phenomenal service, Johnson retired in 1986. During her time at NASA, Johnson gathered several important accolades. Among them were NASA's Lunar Orbiter Award and 3 NASA Special Achievement Awards. In 1997, the National Technical Association honored her as a Mathematician of the Year. In addition to NASA's accolades, Johnson received an honorary Doctor of Law degree from the State University of New York and an honorary Doctor of Science degrees from Capitol College in Maryland and Old Dominion University in Virginia. From a normal girl from West Virginia who loved to count to the first African American woman to work as a NASA scientist, Dr. Katherine's love for mathematics took her well beyond her small world. Maybe you could even say it took her from Earth to the moon. Her spirit and determination helped lead NASA in a new era, and for that, she's been such an inspiration to young women and girls all around the world. So, I hope her story inspires you to consider a career in STEM, if that's something that interests you, and not let anyone else sway your judgment. If you want to know more about her story or have something fun to watch this weekend, Hidden Figures is based on Dr. Katherine Johnson's life story, so I would highly recommend it. I love the movie. So, next time on Women in STEM, I'll be talking about Resma Sojini, the CEO of Girls Who Code, an organization dedicated to closing the gender gap in technology. So, I hope Dr. Katherine Johnson inspired you, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the next episode, and I'll see you guys back here. Bye!